And in so doing, we have very many players in the marriage. Some are major, others are minor. In saying so, parents play a major role when it comes to marital matters. The preparation of both the man and the woman has a lot to do with what their parents instill in them. As they both get to the age of marriage, there are roles their parents still play to officialize or to sanction that marriage. Pastor says when we get married, when we get to that particular day when we now think we need to officiate, then the presence of God has to be in.
Okay.
I personally believe if you have been brought up and you revere or you respect that desire the presence of God in your life, by the time you're getting to that altar to say, I do, there's so much godliness in you that will aid you in picking the right partner and making the right decision. So what are the roles of your biological parents or guardians, if they are, in your marriage? What are the roles of your spiritual parents or spiritual authority that you subscribe to when it comes to the marriage? And what are the, is it legal? Legal would go the low way, but I wouldn't want to use it. What would be the role of your government? Okay, we have the spiritual aspect, we have the family aspect, then we have customary will be taking certain trajectory.
Okay.
Yeah, but what I would want to say is, as citizens or citizens of this nation, we have laws that guide a marriage. What is it that is acceptable according to our Kenyan laws or our Kenyan constitution? What would be lawful? What would be deemed marriage? So for me, I know we're in church and we are Christians, and I would desire that we balance, because reality is there's a lot of confusion in the body of Christ.
Okay.
Because somebody thinks because they have a white wedding, then that makes it a legal marriage. So for me, marriage is something social. The blessing of your parent, the input of both parents, the man and the woman, plays a key role in legalizing or accepting that marriage. That is why you'll notice you would want to pick on an option on how you want to officiate your marriage or bring it on. But you will have traditions. Somebody will put you back to go back to your parents. And if you're lucky enough that you are born again, it's going to be very easy, because they'll just go there. Your boyfriend comes home, they'll pray for you. You go to the other family, they pray, and there's very little that goes on. But for in the event that your parents are not that spiritual, then they bring in very many other aspects. I know bride price is picked in some of the other religions, and that now would lead to officiating or formalizing the marriage. And in so doing, there are steps you'll take that will officially confirm that you two are married, okay? Including the come we stay. You know, there are those who just pick each other and they decide they're staying together and they insist we are husband and wife because you see, they stay together. And you do not brush them aside or nullifying them, because you realize these are a come we stay. They decided that we are just going to stay together. And indeed, their marriage looks like it is working, they're happy, and all is well. And you look at another marriage where somebody has had a white wedding, spent millions on the same, and they're struggling. So that gives an idea of what a marriage should be. That you are understanding your genuineness in relating with each other should be the foundation of a good marriage.
Okay.
The other things that come in is a step further, because it will start with you, the two of you. Are you sincere? Are you staying true to your commitment? Do you want to actually stay with this man or stay with this woman the rest of your life? If the answer is yes, then now the parents will come in and they say, we bless your marriage. Your pastor will come in and say, we bless you this marriage. We have prayed for you. Please organize. We do not want it to look like you're just running away. Make it official so that we come and celebrate your union. But where did it start? It started between the two of you.
Two people?
The genuineness in.
Okay, the true love in it.
Yeah, the true love, the genuineness in your desire to stay together.
Okay.
As we bring in your parents, your biological parents or guardians, then we bring in your, because usually we bring in our parents first. Okay? You might tell your pastor, like Pastor Dominic, if a congregant came, then he will ask, fine, you have told me, but have you told your people?
Okay.
Yeah, I know pastor will not just go ahead and ask them to officiate. Why? Because he knows marriage is about family.
Yeah.
Marriage is about relationships.
Yes.
And everybody plays a role.
Yes.
So you are, as a person, the two of you, the boy and girl or the man or woman, you yourselves. I like it when pastor says the presence of God, and I want to stick on that. If you're brought up and you know the presence of God is what guides me, that should be able to lead you to make right decisions on how now you want to move on.
Okay.
You will involve your parents because you will understand the role that your parents play. You will involve your pastor because you understand what the role of your pastor says. And if by extension you think you need to have a civil wedding, then you will enroll the authorities that are concerned that will help you officiate your marriage.
Okay.
But all said and done, officiating a marriage is a function, just a one-day function or a short-term function. The truth of the matter
that doesn't play a role in...
It does play.
But not entirely.
At one time. It is a one-time issue or a short-term issue. The officiating, the blessing of your parent, the blessing of your pastor, the officiating of the gathering, or any other person who will come in to formalize that union.
Okay.
But your desires or your intentions in wanting to stay married is what will push you through the whole season of your marriage or the whole life that you decide to stay married.
Okay.
I know I have said so many things because I told you the question was very complex.
And
that
so
is why
the
I've
answer.
just tried breaking down. If I'm not clear, you can ask and we will clarify.
There were 2 points, Pastor Dominic. There are 2 points you asked about. You mentioned about the presence of God, and then, of course, you also mentioned about the two mature people.
Yes.
Could you demystify the maturity and the aspects, especially that you're referring to?
Okay. First of all, maturity simply has to do with, do you understand what you're getting into? Do you really understand what this thing you're getting into is? Like I said earlier on, we don't get married because we are in love. It is one reason, yes, but we get married because we have made a decision. We have made a choice that I'm getting into this, and the reasons are 1, 2, 3. And you should also have an understanding that this is supposed to be for a lifetime. So the question is, are you ready to be able to live with somebody else? Are you ready to get into this thing and commit? Do you really understand what it is? Because most young people are getting into marriage without understanding even their roles. So you get there and you are knocked with roles which you didn't expect. Let me give you an example. This is a young man. He's been living in his father's house. Everything is provided for him and he's okay. And then he wants to get married and he can't provide anything for himself. That's not a mature boy. That's not a mature man. That's a boy. So when he gets married, he will reach there and realize there is eating, there is dressing, there are bills to pay. Then he cannot be able to pay. So that person was not mature enough for this. Why? Because he didn't understand what he's getting into. So if you don't understand what you're getting into, you are not mature enough. And some people will say, when you are 40 years, you are mature to get married. No, there are boys at 40. We have so many boys at 40. We have so many boys at 50.
So maturity to you would not be the number of years someone
It's
has
not
lived.
the number of years, but we recommend 18 because of the biological growth of the person. It's recommended 18 because your body is now mature.
To be put in place before I do. So that before I do should be not what pastor is saying for you to repeat,
Mm-hmm.
but in the amassing of the things you have seen,
Yes. And you're making a
and you're
decision.
making, say, I'm culminating it with I do.
Yes.
Thank you, Pastor.
Yes.
Maybe just a brief one on maturity. I had something to say. I concur with Pastor Dominic that maturity does not come with the number with your age. You know, but age has a major role. It plays a big role in your decision to get married, because, like I said, there's so many things that are expected of you when you get married.
Okay.
And therefore, 18 to me, like Pastor Dominic would say, to me, that would be too young for somebody to get married.
Okay.
If somebody came to me at age 18, of course, that is a legal age. But when we put the real perspectives of life, and in answering this, I'm moving into your before I do. What are you able to do at age 18 other than just have sex and make a baby?
Thank you.
Currently.
Okay.
That is the only thing you can do.
You mean so?
Yeah, at age 18, what can you do? The only thing that you can do is just have sex and have
make
a
a
baby.
baby.
That is the only thing you can do.
Mm-hmm.
And chances are that if you get a baby at age 18 and you're a woman, you might have very many challenges. You will give birth, yes, but are you able to fend for that baby at age 18?
Mm-hmm.
Will you be through school?
Yeah.
Are you able to have a reasonable income to maintain a family? A young man at age 18, does he have anything? Has he gone through school? So for me, I would differ with age 18. Of course, people can accept because it is law for whatever reason. But for me, I always like advising youngsters. If you want to get married, if you're a woman, please try age 25. And if you're a man, maybe 28, 29, 30. Reason being, you would have gone through school. That is, you're through high school, you've gone through college, you've tried finding something to do, or you've tried doing some little business. You are experienced, you can answer a living, and therefore take responsibility of the family that you plan to have. That aside, I know very many questions will come up, but technically, maturity, even psychologically, are you able to manage your emotions when it comes to the challenges that come with marriage? When you are at 18, you might be very lucky to reason like a 25. But when you are at 25, you're most likely able to reason like a 35 or 40-year-old person and make a decision knowing very well this is what I want. Going back to your question,
The question
Pastor,
is, yes.
what else can we do? How else can we prepare other than for the one day that we come to say, yes, I do? I have talked before in several of the episodes that we've done, that when you get into a relationship, there are stages you go through. The first stage is usually you get attracted to somebody. And this is where you look at somebody, or if you're a young man and you look at a lady and say, I think there's that warmth in me, and I think I feel good anytime I think of this person or I see this person. That is a stage where you say you are attracted to somebody. When you get attracted to somebody, then the desire to want to associate with them, be around them arises. Here is where now, when you're associating with this person, is now when you learn. As you learn this person, you'll pick up small little activities or things that will entice you even more, and you now want to know this person more. Maybe you go out on a coffee date, day one, and as you talk, then you realize that this person passes like a very kind and loving person. Very understanding. You through with your coffee date. When you go back to your separate ways, you get home and you anytime you want to sleep, you still think that you wish you would have made that coffee date more. Why are you going back? It's because on date 1, something positive happened. You liked what you felt. You'll want another one and another one. And as you so do in the association, you're building a database of the person that you
want to say yes, I do with.
Yeah, you see, as now you associate with this person and you realize there's so many, on your checklist. There's so much positivity in this person. Then now you move to the next step. I think I got attracted to this person. I have been associating with this person. And I think I like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Looking at her, she's somebody who will support me in what I'm going through. Because you are able to see on your coffee date, if you spilled your coffee, she was very quick to pick the serviette and pass it to you. Other than tell you, kwani we ni nini, we ni mtoto. Okay, that is a very simple way of trying to notice or pick something from somebody.
Okay.
We are having coffee and it spills. Not the whole cup, it just spills. And
it spills.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And we have a serviette on the table. What would your partner do? The first thing a positive person will do is pick the serviette and pass it to you. We've seen some couples, they'll pick the serviette and even try to clean.
In Africa?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
Okay, this is just typical. Okay, well, Pastor Moss is saying in Africa, maybe I'll come down to, we are not doing coffee, there are no serviettes, there's nothing. Okay, you've gone on your first date.
Yes.
Maybe you're just meeting at the roadside and you're talking, okay? Because now you do not have anything. You just decided I'll pass by their home, and because she sees you, she comes over the fence. And as you talk over the fence, something happens and you're like, what will that person do? They'll try moving you to a better place. A
safer place, okay.
A safer place.
Mm-hmm.
They will respond to that situation in a caring manner. Okay? They will want to make you feel good, make safe. They will say, this place usually, we have so many ants that pass this place.
Yeah.
Just let's move to another place. Or the other day there was a snake around this place. I'm very scared it would pass by. So let's move to a safer place.
Okay.
Or even the fact that we are very close to home. Mom does not like it when I do this.
Okay.
Can we find another place that is a bit? Then we can talk.
Okay.
And as you talk to somebody, if one other way of being able to pick out positivity, if this person is a very good listener, as you express yourself, you are the man, you're telling her, I'm here. My reason is I think I'm attracted to you. I want us to be friends and maybe push it to a higher level. Look at the way your girl or your woman is responding. And if you're a lady and you're trying to answer, a man has approached you and you're trying to answer that man.
Okay.
Listen to the way is he going to keep quiet and listen to you talk? Or is he going to interrupt you? As you talk, it's like, shida ni nini, kwani won't trust before you even mention something. You're trying to say, give me a little more time. I think I have heard you. Kwani unangoja nini? Kwani won't trust? What is wrong with you? Aren't you able to trust me? Can't you just say yes? You see, that person is telling you that he might not be a very good listener. And therefore, over time, you'll not be able to express yourself well.
Okay.
On a healthy date, both of you should be very good listeners. Let the person who approached give out what he wants.
He wants.
Yes. And as you say what you want, please be very sincere, because what is going to come out of you is what is going to hold you accountable in future. Do not say what you don't want. Do not tell somebody, I'm looking for a partner, I want to get married, and I think when you know very well your intention is to have sex with her and not to marry her. You see, be very sincere in why you want to approach this person. And when you're a woman, when a man approaches you and that is what they want, listen.
But he might also say he wants sex, but not really say it, right?
Yeah, but
without a mention of it.
Now, look at it this way.
Yeah.
We are planning for a marriage. And being sincere is key. We are doing the foundations. Why would you want sex when you know it's going to be automatic? Because it's part of the deal. Isn't it? Yeah.
Okay.
You don't ask for it. it will be automatic, it will come. So a mature
Okay.
person, a responsible person, does not push that agenda. Because after all, at the end of the game, it is going to be part of the deal.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
So pass the idea that you are sincere, you are loving, responsible, and are ready to commit to this relationship that you want. And woe unto you if you go against your first words to this person. We are very quick to say, nimekupenda na ndio maana nimekuja. The word, I love you and that is why I'm here. I am attracted to you. I think you are just the woman that I need. Those words are the same words. That is the yardstick we will use.
Against you?
Yes, not against you.
But
Gauge
to
you.
measure, yeah.
Yes, we will not put pressure. We will say, you committed, you came to me and you told me you love me and you want us to do 1, 2, 3. You want us to stay together. If you are not true to those first words, that is what will be used to question you. We want to make you accountable to what you say. So before you approach somebody, please search your heart and let your intentions be pure.
I'll come back to you with the same question maybe
Yes,
later because
yes.
there's a case I would want us to try and look at.
And Pastor,
Yeah,
as you move, let me just finish
Yeah,
the stages.
Yeah.
Because you asked me what we
Yeah,
ought to do
yes.
before we get
Yeah,
there, so that I don't lose
Okay,
it.
okay.
So in the association, I was just giving examples. That is now when you want to know somebody, and if you are interested in this person, you like this person, you would want more attachment. Okay? That will lead into you committing to the association. Okay?
Okay.
You are attracted, you associated.
Attract,
You are attracted.
associate.
Yeah, you attract, you associate. As you associate, that's when now you build a database. This database is what will lead you to committing to the relationship. Okay? Because what are you committing to? You have learned this person, you have dated this person, you now see that there's something very positive about them, and now you want to do what? You want to commit. When you commit, you are now past. You start off at the courtship, and now you're going right into the marriage. When you commit, that is now when we come in and you're saying, I think now I need to know your parents. What are you committing to? You're committing to what you associated to.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
You are committing to one, what you are attracted to.
What you associated with?
What you associated with. And now you are
Committing to it.
to that relationship. And now this commitment is what will lead you to staying loyal. What are you loyal to? You are loyal to what you got attracted to
Okay.
what you associated to
Mhm.
what you're
You're
committed
committed
to. And that is now what we expect you to stay loyal to. So
Wow.
you'd better be careful at what you get attracted to, what you associate with, what you commit with, because that will demand loyalty.
So the lack of loyalty could basically mean there's a bridge of those 3 steps, right?
How you
Basically.
fail, yes.
How you fail is from
How
the beginning.
you fail to
Yeah.
stay loyal to
Yeah.
what you're attracted to, associated to, and committed to is what now baffles everybody. Now that's where people begin questioning you.
Okay,
Yes.
I'll come back to you. Pastor Dominic, what do you take? I know that you are involved as a man of God, especially in providing the premarital counseling. Many times, I think, as men of God, we are carved to train, what I would say, or coaching or maybe counseling in view of person X, you're going to get married to person Y. Do you think we ever get time to say, these are the things you ought to be looking for in person X or person Y? Maybe if you can respond from there.
I
Yes.
understand.
Yes.
I'll also try to answer your question broadly, for better understanding.
Okay.
I completely agree with Charity. And what Charity is saying also has a biblical perspective.
Mhm.
Because when we look at Mary and Joseph, when the Bible talks about being betrothed, being engaged to, that's what it means, commitment. And then the first stage in church, what we say is a stage of courtship. What are we saying, court? It means you are coming together in a certain space to know each other. That's why it's called court. Then ship is a vessel. So you are coming together to learn each other as you move. Now, the mistake young people do, especially when it comes to attraction. If you are a young lady, don't be fooled by people in church who will tell you that it's not about the face. If people are attracted to the heart, you'll be a fool to dress like your grandmother and still expect to get married. These young men, the first thing they look at is how you look before they start now finding out if you are really born again or not. So you can't be dressing like any other person. You look like, every young man will want, even we as pastors, especially pastors, we would like to arrive with mama in the house where at least you're also comfortable with. You understand? So the first part she talked about attraction. You must first of all look good. And I tell young ladies, don't tell me you don't have money for plaiting hair. So piga kipara ukae kama Lupita Nyong'o. Piga kipara, paka mafuta, weka kitati kubwa. You're looking good. You're unique. Find a way of being unique and looking nice. Yeah. So even the when it comes to perfume, smell nice. A guy is asking you, I want to talk to you. Then you arrive where he is and the environment changes, my friend. And you want to tell people, we don't look at the outer, we start with the heart. My friend, we start from the altar, then we go to the heart. That's where people are making me say, so you find a girl who is in church, she has prayed so much. And I don't know why people pray when they are frowning. So, because you have frowned for a long time, your face is so hard that any young man looking at you is thinking you are the age of her mother. Just because when you pray, you frown so much. So the attraction part, as you are asking Charity, that's the answer. The attraction part might make it very difficult for you to commit. You're a good person, but you can't reach that engagement or commitment. Why? Because the first part of attraction, you missed it. Because you are looking like, and a young man, get a nice jacket. A coat. If you can buy an expensive, wake up in the morning on Friday if you are in town like where we are, get one, iron it very well, look for a piece of cloth that looks like your shirt, my friend, put it at the pocket, look nice. Look nice, because a lady is looking at you, and when you appear, she's asking herself a question. Is this the kind of man I would like to appear with? Am I confident to be with this guy? So that's the first part. Now, when you enter the second part now of knowing each other, please, you have liked the person, you have loved the person, put that love and liking aside. Intentionally. That's what Charity was saying. Intentionally. Now start asking questions. Because most people, especially women, once love gets in, their mind is blocked. They don't see any negative. The only thing they see, even they are defending someone they're not married to. Even when you're just telling them practically, this guy, I have seen this and this and this character in this guy, which I feel is not. No, I love him. You just hate us because of our relationship. You are jealous. That's why you're telling me. No, pay attention to what someone is saying. If it's a lie, you will find out. Where does this lady come from? Who are her friends? What does she like? Intentionally take her out. And when you have gone out, don't just go out and eat and go. Don't be fooled. When you go out, is an investigative place. Because marriage is a serious thing. How is the guy treating the waiters if he's a man? How is he treating the waiters? If the bill delays, is he shouting? Look at how he's treating you when you're going to sit. When you ask him a simple question, will you only consult for me where the washrooms are? Sema, umetoka area gani wewe? Yani wezi ona tu washroom? Now, this is a man who has not married you. That love thing cannot stop the hand from slapping you. Love will still be there, but the slap will land. Why? You didn't take time. Intentionally ask questions, relevant questions. That's where we say it. Ask relevant questions. Questions that really matter.
Which are?
What is your vision? Why are you interested in me? That's what Charity say. You are interested. Why are you interested? And it's easy to know if someone is interested in sex. It's very easy. Every conversation will be about how you look, your lips, your buttocks. If you see the conversation is everything around that area, no direction, no future, You will know if I remove breast, I remove buttock, then this man, I will not be there. And the truth is, when you get married, after some time you give birth, charity is here. You will not be like when you are.
Okay.
There will be body changes. So if this is the only thing that is keeping you, there are days you'll get in marriage and maybe you are unwell. You, for 6 months, you will not have sex. And this is what has put this guy here. And it means the guy has wrong commitment plans. You understand, man of God?
Yes, yes.
So those are the things that come up to culminate. Now, the last part I want just to answer before you can come in. You asked about the men of God, if we really give the correct counsel.
The correct counsel.
We have a problem. People come for marital counseling when they are getting married.
Yes.
They are not interested in learning. They are interested in fulfilling the requirements.
You can say that again.
They just want fulfillment of the requirements. Before I get married, you're funny in the premarital class. So they will be sitting.
So you're coming there with already a formed mind. No provision for change of mind.
Yes. They are fulfilling requirements for the church. But some of them are not even interested. Listen to me. Treat everyone in relationship as guilty before you prove them innocent. Assume there are so many wrong things about them. Then start reducing them now. Rather than assuming they are innocent.
I thought that the latter would be better.
No, this is not the Kenyan law. This is different. Assume you don't know anything about them. When you assume you don't know anything about them, it will give you room to learn. But if you go with an eye of, hey, this guy loved me. Oh, this guy is perfect. I have not seen. And words mean nothing. If somebody does not mean it. There's a lady came to me and told me, man of God, this guy is just wow. This guy is just wise. He talks to me, I feel so good. This guy is so caring. I asked the lady first of all, what does the guy do? He said he has taken off time. He was working and he left work. Now he's taking time with God. I asked the lady, will you eat God? Will you say he's spending time? How many months has he been spending time? 6 months. Just spending time with God. And you're telling me this guy is wise. There's no wisdom here. If you can't provide for your family, you're worse than an unbeliever. So there's no wisdom there. You must be doing something. Even if you are in church, then you must tell me I'm a church worker. I'm on salary. But you're not just a church mouse. You're not just going to church to pass time. There's no wisdom there. But now because women are moved by words, you find that when she consistently hears those good words, her mind is blocked. Now she cannot ask questions. She cannot find out. So please, make sure in that area, you do what they call due diligence. Finding out the nitty-gritties before you make mistakes.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, sir. If you have any comment, please feel free to add your comment right there on comment section. We are looking at some of the questions and feedback we have right here. There's a lady called Phyllis Lusike. Kuna mwingine aliniambia niko na mali mingi, hakuna mtu wa kunisaidia shambani. I want to marry you, unisaidie. Nilimwambia atafute supervisor.
Thank you.
Farm manager. That was very harsh, but I guess it was the answer because now
correct.
Pastor Dominic has said thank you, which means it's a correct answer.
Yes.
Charity, let me come to you. There's a case scenario that I know you are aware, and I think we will need to look at that scenario for a minute. A scenario where what would be the important things to a woman are not being considered. For example, how do you feel when you call a person my love and they respond with none of those kind of pet names, maybe to call you my love or something, or babe or something like that? Who should begin to call the other babe? Is it the man or the woman? And should that be a warning to someone? You know, someone sent me a message here saying, when you want to get married, the first question you ask a woman is, man should ask himself, can I kiss that woman? Look at what people are saying. Like, if you know that you can stand what you're seeing, go ahead, please respond, Charity, before you laugh.
I agree with that guy.
I don't know. I think that assumption is very personal.
Yeah.
As I answer the issue of pet names, I will go back to what should be. How should you be attractive? Make yourself attractive. And I'm just compounding on what the pastor said.
Yes.
That you can shave your hair, you can have a simple dress and still look attractive.
Yeah.
I believe in bringing out what is inside me to look attractive. I'm one person who smiles a lot.
Yeah.
And my smile will, you can talk to me without even me answering back. I'll smile. In so doing, it will make you feel very
Comfortable.
accommodated.
Important.
And that will enhance what you feel towards me. And therefore, I would ask us all, if you think you want to improve on how you relate with people, try and wear a smile. A smile is costless. You might not have money to even go to the kinyozi, but you can get some water, just clean yourself, wear a smile.
Yeah.
If somebody asks you or says good morning, as you answer, I am fine, answer with a smile on your face. That will make you a very attractive person, because a smile is not superficial. A smile is not just on the face. A smile comes from the heart, and that will easily make you feel comfortable relating with the other person, and make them feel free to trust that you look like you're a good person, and therefore I can now want to associate.
Okay.
Back to pet names. Pet names are as different and each and unique as each couple is. Sometimes it is not decided. You don't decide that I'm going to call my partner this pet name. Okay? But usually pet names come in. Personally, this is why I would use a pet name on my partner. I feel it is disrespectful to call my partner by name.
Okay.
So, because that now is not present, the name is not there. I cannot now use his name to call him or address him. That some who will do that. But personally, I would feel another name that would carry the respect and the love in one name.
Okay.
Because you're Pastor Moss. Supposing your wife would just call you Moss, or
Strange.
Pastor is Dominic. Supposing Mama Pastor would just call him Dominic, it doesn't feel.
Yeah.
Actually,
Respectful.
it feels a little, for me, or maybe that is the way we are brought up.
Okay.
Because for us people who are brought up from this part of the country or this part of the world,
Okay.
our men have names, but we rarely use those names. And it is a form of just respect. So who should use the pet name, the man or a woman? Both of us have names.
Yeah.
So to replace that name, then you can have a pet name. That not you. You cannot dictate to your partner that because, I like this pet name and therefore this is what you're going to call me. It won't feel
It should
nice.
flow.
Okay.
Yeah, it should just flow. Whatever your partner feels like calling you, let them call you that.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
it is therefore not standard. It is not a man to start or
Yeah.
a woman to start.
Yeah.
But it would look very awkward for one partner to have a pet name and the other person just goes ahead and uses John, or Mary,
Okay.
for that matter.
Yeah.
So bringing in your understanding or
Yeah.
the way you express yourself should now determine what pet name you to use or how you're going to go about it. But like I've said, who starts it or who doesn't, I think does not arise.
Okay.
It is just automatic that if your partner has
But
a pet
don't you
name
think?
for you,
Don't you think, church, it's a bit alarming if you, because I tend to think that some people are a bit too much. Should it be telling on how you're being replied to? Should it matter? Should it raise an alarm on how you're being responded to?
yes,
Okay.
hi, really, if you have no choice of words, you do not know how to tone your words.
Because someone will send a message, maybe 3 paragraphs, and then you just say like, okay.
Yeah, that is an indicator.
Okay.
Yeah. If you are sending 3 paragraphs, what paragraphs? What are you talking about?
Maybe just talking about love you. I'm assuming on our first date, I've enjoyed your company. Everything was okay. Somebody just replies, nice.
It's not you're going.
No.
It's not
That
you're
is an
going.
It's alarming.
indicator.
It's
Now that
alarming.
that would indicate that the nice, the okay, might not be as interested as the one who wrote the 3 paragraphs. Okay? Because when somebody writes 3 paragraphs expressing themselves, it is good to equally respond in a manner that would make them feel you appreciate what they have written. You might not write the 3 paragraphs, but I thank God because of social media. Maybe somebody will send you a message on WhatsApp. When you go back to it, try and read through what the person has written and answer according to each
What they've
paragraph
written.
or each sentence. Okay, try and respond to what they have said on each matter, on each little word that has been passed. In so doing, the other person will feel appreciated, and you also get an opportunity to equally express yourself on how you felt on that first encounter. You see, if you just say okay, it means fine. You said it. It's okay.
Okay.
On behalf of men,
Okay. Sorry.
can I say something?
Yes,
on
yeah,
behalf of men?
go ahead.
I understand men. Some men have a problem, but train yourself. This is not something you are born knowing. Train yourself. Ladies really love the wording. Please try. I know someone will say, mimi siwezi, kama uwezi basi uwezi kuoa pia. So please try. Because as charities, you can hear it from the mom.
Yes.
She's saying here that those words really matter how you respond to somebody. You know, if you just tell a lady, wow, I've enjoyed all you have written to me. That's so nice. And you are sweet as your words are. That will make her day. She will go to wherever she's going so excited.
And if it's
What
the other one,
has kept my marriage? I married at 22. So when I said maturity, it doesn't come with age. I married at 22 and I'm still in the same marriage. And my children are going to schools, not just good schools. So why? Because I understood what I'm getting into and I got responsible. What has kept my marriage for this time, the biggest part is communication, the wording. When I enter my house, everybody's excited because I will look at the youngest young man and I say, I call him Bishop and I say, Bishop, the greatest man. The rich man, he say, yeah, daddy, the rich man is talking. And then everyone will already be smiling. Then I go to the kitchen, I find mama, I say, oh my God, you are still this beautiful? What God did to me are wonders. Then I go. Even if personally I didn't want to say those words, I am tired. I didn't want to say them. I'm tired, yes. But I have programmed myself to do it for the sake of the success of my marriage and my home. So even when you are in courtship or relationship, as she's saying, as a man, try. I know some of us, we are not used to that. Even you and me, you are a close friend of mine, but you only communicate to me what you want. You don't go in stories.
Okay.
Man of God, ABCD. Thank you, sir. It has ended there.
Yes.
But that should be different on how you're dealing with this other gender, especially when you are interested. I'm saying because most of the men are not used to those lengthy conversations. So you just try. You
try. You do your best.
Yes.
I'm just trying to imagine if the case was the other way.
Maybe
If it was
it
was a man too much and the woman is
I
not.
think as much as I agree, but I think communication should not be words. Communication should be facts. Okay? And this man like telling us, oh, we don't like many words, we don't write long texts. What do they do at the beginning? A man will write a text, a man will call, a man will, you wake up in the morning and your inbox is just full. What happens when now the hunter gets
the hunted
what he was getting, what he was hunting? When the hunter finally gets the catch, this is what men do. They will slowly stop talking too much. And that is now where we have a lot of issues as women. You begin asking yourself, why are you texting less than you used to text? Why is it that I call and you took? No, and he did not, and this happened, and this happened. Unfortunately, they always think it is the women who like talking a lot. In the first instance, it is the men who talk a lot. It is the men who text. But naturally, just like the lion goes hunting, you can imagine how the lion runs.
Yes.
It can run and make sure that it catches the prey. And once the prey is there, there's usually that comfort, that relaxation, and sometimes
succeeded.
it is mistaken for lack of interest. So how do you go about it? Just make sure that this prey that you have, this person that you now have, this catch that is within your circles, feels secure and does not feel neglected. What do? A text, check on them, make it routine. Like pastors, make sure when you get home, people feel your presence. Make sure if your partner is away from work, you're away. It is not 3 paragraphs or 5 paragraphs.
Yeah.
It is one line of content
Yeah.
that is so heavy, it would write a whole chapter of a book.
Okay.
You
Hey,
don't need to have so
repeat it,
many.
please.
Yeah, you don't have not to have so many words. In fact, I always tell people, if a man has so many words, check that man. Chances are that this man is lying to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
Just make it very brief,
Mm.
but stay true to
It's
what
carrying
you're
weight.
doing. Stay true to your word.
Mm.
And make sure your partner understands that whatever word you're saying, even if it's just one sentence,
You
you
mean
are
mean
true.
exactly that.
You mean it.
2 minutes.
Okay.
It will go a long way other than writing me. If you wrote me a text, 3-5 paragraphs today, tomorrow, are we quarreling?
Yeah.
I mean, what are you writing?
Mhm.
You want to tell me how beautiful I am? I know. That's why you got attracted to me. You want to tell me how? I know. So let's just bring the concentration. Make it very concentrated. It doesn't have to be very many words.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Make it brief
Mm.
and true.
Awesome.
Yes.
Thank you so much for your wisdom, especially on that subject. I guess that we've been able to exhaust by all means that exactly we were talking about. Let's move on now. There's this question about getting to know. Sometimes we get to meet people, sometimes even on social media. Some people meet physically. Pastor Dominic, between listening to the person you met and asking around about the man, what would you prefer?
Listening to the man, but I will answer it this way. Both will work, but the first instance will be listening to the person, giving them an opportunity, because in the expression, you might be able to find gaps if the person is not consistent with what he's saying.
Okay.
With the time, you will find out gaps. You will realize this is how he started talking. You see, a lie will have to be covered with another lie to be sustained.
1,000 more.
Yes, because
Okay.
if you don't, so if a person is lying with the time and consistency, you will realize that you will now start learning the person if he's evading something. But the second instance, if you start asking around, then it means you have gotten an understanding that this guy actually is not true to his words. You have started sensing.
You're looking for the inconsistency?
Maybe you have sensed something and you're reaching out to find out. But the best thing for me will be if you give the person time to express themselves. With the time, you will know them. Because no one can consistently lie for over and over and all the time. There will be a time you will discover one or two things.
What do you think is the danger of asking around?
The danger of asking around, first of all, is you might get lies, which can make you miss
Or dismiss the people, right people? Yeah. Okay.
Get the right person. Because it depends on whom you are asking. You might ask someone who was in relationship with the same guy later on, earlier on, sorry. So, and another thing will be, if in those early stages, before you go along quite some time, the person you are intending to marry is already realizing there is a lot you are asking about them. That one will make them retreat a bit because they will feel you are too much insecure and you have not even started the relationship.
Okay.
So the best thing is give yourselves time to learn each other.
Okay.
Yeah.
What do you think, Charity, between asking around and trusting the word of the man? Would you think it's it were better you trust a man. And what would you, I want us to respond also, Dominic, I'll come back to you, but respond in this manner on the first dates. We expect that dating season is a moment of maybe saying everything as it is. What is too much? What should I not say? Or what should I say?
We said it the other time. Go ahead.
Well, going your first question.
Yes.
Should you listen to your man or should you ask around? The first thing you do is you listen to your man. That is the right thing to do. When you listen to your man, if he is sincere, and I'm expecting that because we are talking about this in church and we're trying to bring up a generation that has to get things right.
Yes.
I will insist, when you approach somebody, what is coming out of you should be the truth about yourself. And the truth does not just mean you're only saying the good things about yourself.
Okay.
Yeah? There are those other aspects about you that might not be very comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
Give a brief history of yourself when you start.
Mm-hmm.
If questions are asked, answer them with a lot of wisdom, sincerely and wisely.
Mm-hmm.
Why wisdom?
I know where you're
wisdom,
going.
Yeah, wisdom
I
because,
just
Pastor,
wonder
listen.
Why wisdom is coming in right there?
Comes in
Okay.
by by accepting that you've made some mistakes in life.
Okay.
Let me use that example.
Okay.
But not making it look like you really do not care. You really do not.
You're not even remorseful.
You're not remorseful that happened. And worse off, you don't think you want to even change and be a better person.
Okay.
Yeah. That would require your wisdom. When you have a few skeletons in your closet, then your partner should know about the skeletons. But how you bring out that information needs a lot of wisdom so that it does not come out like you're just a carefree person. You really don't bother about the mistakes you do and you aren't working on them. So, yes, the first person you do is listen to the man.
Yes.
Because he's the one who is talking. And if the man really is sincere, you will not need to ask a third party about this person. Because by the time you're hearing something else that you would have wished to ask, the man would have told you about it.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say, for example, we live in a society where we have a lot of excess. You know, you have had previous relationships and now you want to start a new one. Why would you hide? Why would you not say, yes, I once got married, and this happened. I got married twice and this happened. I am a lady, yes, I had a child out of wedlock or I was married. I have a child at home or two that I live with. I am a single mother. Why would you hide such? Do you know we have women who will meet a man and they will insist that baby who stays with my mother is my son, my nephew.
Okay.
You know,
They'll
I have never had a baby. And then 5 years into the marriage, the baby comes and your husband realizes you had children out of wedlock. And I wish some women knew. Some of these men are very good people.
Amen.
And I know sometimes I'm being blamed that I'm very
Men
much
are
against,
very
against women. But I can tell you for free,
I get that.
these
yes.
men are very good people.
Men are good.
And they have wonderful hearts. When they know you have those children and they're interested in you, they will simply take you plus your children.
Yeah.
That's right.
It really doesn't bother them.
Yeah.
And
actually.
equally, we have women out here who are very good women. If you have had several marriages and a friend of mine, maybe I should even mention his name. He's called Wafula Buke. He's a relative of mine. I was really,
I know him.
I was listening to a podcast that he had, I think, last week or recently in this town. And he says he has several firstborns. You see, I kept laughing at that clip. Yes? He has several firstborns from several women. And he says, I don't think I can make a good husband based on the background that I have.
Honesty.
Just see how honest Buke is. And tell me which woman would not want to be with Buke. But he says he does not think he can make a good husband. Because he had so many other struggles in his life, and he has up to, I think, 8 firstborns or 9 of them. And he says that my children are scattered all over the world. That is a very straightforward person. But does it make him a bad person? So when you get married to, or you get involved with somebody like Buke, I know he doesn't mind me using him because he's a good friend of mine, or a relative of mine. What is it that you're going to ask about Buke that he will not tell you?
Yeah. Because the worst he has said.
He has said everything. He has said everything. So a man who comes to you and is very sincere makes it very easy for you to understand his past mistakes and want to be part of his future. What am I saying? When we get into a relationship, let us do it from a very sincere point of view. I have failed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I am trying to reconstruct. Here I am. Are you able to help me reconstruct my life? And moving forward, we do it together. If the partner says yes, every time they have an issue concerning your past, they will handle it from a point of no, not a point of ignorance. And that is now where the difference comes in. Yes.
Yeah, something before you ask.
Yeah.
There are certain people who get in relationship and they really want this guy. They really want the guy. It's like if they don't get this guy, they are finished. So they are afraid of expressing their past. That is a very bad state to find yourself. Where you find yourself in a state where you are in a relationship with a guy and you feel like if you lose him, it's done for you. So, no. That is the wrong one now. Because you see, Charity is agreeing. So you don't have to find yourself in a place where you are feeling, you are afraid that if you say this guy will, because eventually the truth will come out. And if you are afraid now, it will be worse later because the guy will eventually leave you. So please, never be in a state where you are feeling, if I get this girl, I can't say anything because if I say she will leave me, that's a wrong place. Wrong place to be.
Thank you so much. I was looking at maybe just in the same on the same wavelengths.
Yes.
How do you deal then with people who, like Dominic, you live in town. Someone will see you with I'm assuming person X had a relationship before.
Yes.
There are people who knew you had a relationship.
Yes.
They become intruders into your new relationship. How do you deal with the fact that some people can want to, in the name of advising you, but they're actually interfering with your relationship?
The first thing is this. As Charity said, you start on honesty, like Buke. She has said. You start with honesty. So that in case somebody goes to advise your partner, is advising your partner on what she already knows. So that's the best way to demystify all these things.
Okay,
so be honest
as it is.
From the beginning. Be honest. Say, I have had this, I've had this, I've had this. Anything extra I've not done. This is my fault. But if you avoid being honest, and later on she comes and says, what about this? You say, sorry, I didn't tell you it happened. Then you don't say another one. Then she comes and says, what about this? I'm sorry, I didn't tell you where it's done. When she gets 3 and you are confirming all of them and you didn't tell her, then she will realize you are not open, or he will realize you're not open. Now it becomes difficult for them to relate with you. Okay. So honesty in the beginning is how to sort it out.
Okay. Thank you. There's someone asking on our Facebook, when a man keeps calling you or texting every time, is it a proof that he loves you? Or
No, it's not a proof that he loves you.
Okay.
Because I want to borrow from Charity being a lady. If you see a man being too wordy and being too all over, then the truth is there is something the man is hiding. Yeah. And then someone was saying something. Sorry to use you because I'm always saying what you said.
It is okay. It's okay.
You see, certain age comes with some level of responsibility. So the quick communications you used to have now are replaced with a lot of responsibilities you have to deal with. Because when you were starting, it was just the 2 of you. So you should not be petty enough. You have now children. When it has reduced, those texts are not as long as they used to be. Don't be so petty. Because as a man at 26, the communication is not the same as a man at 40. Because the man at 40 has overwhelming responsibilities. So when that communication reduces, you should not be petty. you should communicate in love. I'm talking about when it is in marriage. But your question, a man who keeps texting is not a show of love. It's not a show.
Okay.
Yeah, completely.
You sharing the same opinion?
Well, a man who keeps texting actually does not mean he is very much in love with you. The question is, what else would he do other than text you all the time?
Thank you.
It is an indicator of one, idle
Let's
man.
see.
Okay? He's an idle man. Two, he is insecure.
Yeah.
Yes. So it doesn't necessarily mean that is love. No. A man who loves you will text.
Yeah.
And when the text comes in, it will not irritate you. Definitely, whoever is asking that question is irritated by those texts.
Yeah.
That's why he's asking, a man who keeps texting you every time, does it really mean he loves you?
Okay.
And then my next question would be, at what level of their love are they?
Relationship.
Is he just infatuated? And with a man that is that maybe you are with, he texts you in the morning. He might text you over lunchtime, if need be.
Yeah.
But if he's a very busy man, chances are he'll go through lunchtime in a meeting.
Yeah.
Is he going to text you?
So
a man who has a lot of time on the
Text.
phone and on the text, for me,
It's a lazy man.
is an idle man.
okay.
And two, is an insecure man.
Okay.
A man who can text you once in a day, maybe in the morning as you leave, he'll go out his business, and maybe later in the evening when he's a bit relaxed, he'd want to check on you. If you're not together, that is,
Yeah.
it's okay. But every 10 minutes, 15 minutes, I don't think he has any other thing to do other than text you. And we are saying maturity comes with responsibility.
Yeah.
Yeah, as much as you're checking on me and you want to know how I'm feeling, unless I am unwell, that I went to hospital and you know I'm alone, and therefore you need to check on me
How are you
because you
doing?
know very well I am alone.
Yeah.
But if I am doing work, maybe I'm in the office, I am busy working, you're also busy working, where do you get the time of texting me every time?
All the time.
Yeah, it
Okay.
doesn't really indicate that he loves you that much.
Okay.
We are saying it is not about the words. It's not about the many texts. It's about the quality of the words
And
that
the
you
communication.
and the commitment that you have in the relationship.
There was someone who asked the question. I think we were with Pastor Dominic in one meeting, and I really want to direct that question to you, Charity. We were in one meeting, and a gentleman asked a question addressing the subject of sex before marriage. And I think one person asked, how would you move into marriage with someone you have no idea whether they function? Ask you so that you address that matter from your psychological point of view, and then, of course, I'll come to
Pastor, for me, maybe she's.
I think that is like,
responding.
why are you asking me the question? But I'm asking so that you can be able to help young people, especially, whether it's an aspect of curiosity or what is it
I
about?
think,
How does sex before marriage
answer.
spoil, or
Yes.
if it doesn't spoil? And how would you answer this man who is saying, what will happen if I moved into a marriage with a person who doesn't function? It's a very genuine question for me.
I personally tend to think it is a very hidden question to me. As much as it's genuine to you, it is a very hidden
Okay,
question to me.
okay, okay.
Because coming from somebody, I understand the two of you are pastors. If you're in a setup where the two of you are, I expect that third party is equally a man of God or somebody who is under
You are right.
your influence.
Yes.
As Christians, it is part of us, it is part of our practice as believers
Yes.
that we remain
Pure.
pure until we are married. This is just to keep us in check, that you respect the act of intimacy.
Okay.
So if somebody is saying, how do you check if that person is okay when it comes to matter sex? There are very many other aspects. There are very many other ways of checking men, unless if I'm assuming he's a man, where
Was it
this
a man? I know Dominic was the one who was asked. Yes.
Yes. This man, where he comes from, who went to him if he's Bukusu. Because if he's Bukusu, they looked at him even before he got circumcised. And they were saying, what is wrong with this young man? How is he peeing? How come the jet of his pee does not get? When do they
Hallelujah.
usually test? So I don't like people asking such questions because they have very hidden intentions, agendas in the question. It is simple. This man just wants to sample the woman before getting married. And we're here talking about us as Christians. Why would you bring it on when you know the word of God is against it?
Can I respond?
That is very hidden. Pastor, let me finish.
Please.
Go and tell that gentleman he has a very hidden
Agenda.
No question. Let him bring the real question. We will answer him. If he wants to have sex,
Maybe we
before,
should listen to what Pastor Dominic answered the question,
Yes.
because he was the one who was asked the question.
Can I finish my answer?
Yeah,
Then
go ahead,
Pastor
yeah.
can go
Yes,
because he
yeah.
has already tried answering the question. Well, psychologically, there's something about sex when it is done at the wrong time. If the respect that this man had for you, the desire that this person had for you, and their only intention for you is to have sex, chances are that that act is going to interfere with what the man feels for you. Because look at it, the real people who end up having the act of sex before marriage, it is never intentional. The real Christians who end up messing before they get, it is never intentional. They get carried away by the heat of
By
the
moments,
moment,
yeah.
and then they
mess up.
end up having, knowing very well we are not supposed to be doing this. It's not that when your girlfriend comes home to visit you or you go out with her, it is never on a sex date, is it?
True.
It is usually something else.
True.
You've gone to your boyfriend's place. The stories become so good, you like their time together. Before you realize it is late and you're not able to go back home. When by the time you're going to that bed, your intention was not to get into that bed to have sex. Other circumstances came into place and you found yourself there. And the act of sex happened. So you now begin telling yourself, now we have done this and we knew we were not supposed to do it. You know, who is this person who would want to test drive before getting married? It is because his intentions are to have sex. Here you are a Christian. Naenda kanisani. You know very well this is not allowed. But you're insisting you want to do the test drive. It's because in your own mind, you feel this should be done before marriage. And like whoever decided that sex can only be done when you're married, it was just a way of safeguarding you as a woman and safeguarding you as a man. That you have the ability to control yourself. Yeah, we have talked about maturity comes with a lot of control. Control is not just on making sure you are in charge of the man and the woman submitting to you. Control includes you as a man controlling your own lust, controlling your own sexual desires for the sake of the respect of this woman that you want to marry.
Okay.
Yeah?
Okay.
So for me, that is what would be. That type of question, if I were to answer Pastor Dominic, I would say it is a very hidden question.
Ask the exact
intentions,
question. Yeah.
just ask the exact
It's the
question.
you want to ask.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, if you think you can decide that today I am a Christian and I'm picking this girl from the choir and she's the one I want to marry and I'm going home with her and I'm going to have sex with her, it beats the logic of why you are a Christian. Yes.
Pastor Dominic?
I really love this lady. I'm wondering why she's not a pastor yet. I love the anger on scene. I love the anger on scene.
I have a cousin bishop, and if he had that, he would tell me.
I've been telling you.
He will tell me now those are the ones I want. Because he tells me next time I come, I want to find you. But I tell him, no, I don't have that yet. My sister is a pastor. My follower is
I think
a
we
pastor.
just even mentioned earlier that she's supposed to be a pastor.
You know
You're
why?
supposed to be a pastor.
You
I
see,
need to go to
that
Bible
anger,
school.
That anger on scene
Yes.
Yeah.
speaks a lot
Okay.
of who you are and the values on
She
Christianity you
upholds.
carry.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it is, I'm a pastor and I didn't respond with the heaviness you are responding.
Yeah.
on. So that speaks a lot about you.
Yeah.
So I understood the young man when he asked the question, and actually he was not alone to surprise you.
Yeah.
There were several who are saying, you should ask.
So he was asking for 1,000 others.
Yeah, sure. He was asking for others. Now, what I told them is simple. The Bible is very clear. premarital sex, what you call premarital sex is fornication, and it is sin. And once you mess it, you have opened the door for the devil to come in to frustrate this relationship. So you are starting on a wrong foundation. That is why I was saying that people will come to church and they're saying marriage and you're celebrating, but there is no marriage because God is not invited. Why? Because they have been sinning all the way. They have not repented. They have carried sin on the altar.
Okay.
So God is not there. You're celebrating as a marriage, but the truth is the presence of God is not there. So the thing of testing, let me just make it clear again. The Bible says in 1 Corinthians chapter 6, starting from verse 15, it says that our bodies are the temple of the Holy Ghost. And it says that whoever sleeps with a harlot or have sex with another person, they become one in the spirit. Sex is spiritual.
Yep.
And all those who have had that experience, they know that when you are in that session, there are things that you can't even control when you are in that act.
Okay.
That makes it very spiritual. So if you sleep with 10 men, you are carrying 10 spirits.
Okay.
That's why you'll find a girl who was very good. Once she sleeps with one man, she becomes so promiscuous. Why? Because she invited some spirits in the man. So why should you go into such a thing when you know it is bad? So I will summarize with what she has said. Ask the right question.
That's the right
You
question.
know it is wrong. You know it is sin.
Yes.
Get out of it.
Yes.
Sex before marriage is sin. Then lastly, men are hunters. I like what you say.
Yeah.
So what else will he discover if he has discovered everything before he marries you? He calls you on Friday, you come. Why should he marry you when he can have what he wants without marrying you?
Anytime.
Yeah, if he can have all he wants without marrying you. That's why there are people in relationship, a guy is telling you, I'll marry you. He's not marrying you. 2 years, 3 years. He's not marrying you because he has seen all he wants to see. Now there is nothing more to see again. So the interest is gone. So there is no need of marrying you anymore.
Okay.
But if you preserve it, the guy will keep working hard. Then there is a day Charity said here. The Bukusu say, blame the mongoose and blame the chicken. Why did the chicken go close to the sugar cane where it knows the mongoose will be there? Why will you have a date with a guy in his own one bed sitter where you know there is no seat? The next place you're going to sit is on the bed. Why should you have your date there? Why can't you go to a hotel in an open place and have a meeting? Why did you visit a guy, you are from Western, you are visiting a guy in Nairobi, and then you arrive there at 9 in the night. Then you want to sleep and be covered by the Holy Ghost.
No, you can be practicing celibacy.
My friend, let me tell you, the body, man of
You can
God,
practice celibacy right
Listen
there.
to me, man of God. when we are born again, what
We've seen
is-
people who practice celibacy.
Wait.
Yeah.
When you are born again, what is renewed is the spirit. But the flesh is still the flesh.
Yeah.
The reaction will still be a reaction. You can't tell me a guy will sleep with me in the same bedroom and touch her body to mine and I'll be speaking in tongues. No, my friend. My body will react. So please don't find yourself in compromising situations and then later on say, I fell in sin. No, you walked there.
But I heard about a story about a pastor and a lady who said that they had determined to stay pure until marriage, though they used to stay together.
I don't believe that. Maybe
No,
charity.
Yeah,
but for
first
me,
let
no.
me tell you.
Yeah.
If they
It's a
decided,
commitment.
yes,
It's a
it-
commitment.
it is
Yeah,
a
I believe
commitment.
it's
Listen,
doable. Yes,
Pastor,
yes.
It's okay.
those two decided.
Yeah.
What was pushing them? Their desire to do what is right.
Yep.
How many of us desire to do what is right? I can tell you, I try controlling myself because I keep reminding myself that this podcast is based on
Christian foundation.
Christian foundations and
Yeah.
we are doing it in a church. But you see, I can do this session elsewhere out there in the world. Remember, I'm not a pastor. So if I went out there and decided to do it anywhere,
You will
I
do
can
it.
do it. The way I would respond to that question would be very different.
Spares.
Yeah, it would be very different. That's why I tried just controlling myself to bring it out in a manner that would remind the other person who asked that remember we are Christians, and we are guided by some values.
Yeah.
So when you ask some questions, better ask the direct question, the right question that I'll ask you. Are you born again? Yes. Are you spirit filled? Yes. Why are you insisting on living like you're living in the world? Those two, that example that you're giving, both of them know the word of God and they're trying now to do it right. Even with the many challenges, they're trying to do it right. But how many of us as Christians
Would commit to
do
that.
it right? We all get it wrong because our relations are usually in the association stage. You get so involved in each other that sex has become so casual. It
Yeah.
is not considered a sin,
Mm-hmm.
especially before marriage.
Okay.
People are so casual when it comes to the matter of sex. I don't know, but well, that is what the world is.
Okay.
And now there's the new kid in the town. You call it practicing celibacy.
Mm.
You know, people are looking at it like it is, it is the in
It's a
thing.
high PM.
Yeah,
Mm.
because there are things that come with it.
Okay.
I've listened to some people do the teaching. What happens when you abstain from sex? Even for a man, not just in church, what happens even for those in the world?
Mm.
That is why there's this hype about staying celibate and all that. But in reality, that's what we should have done from the word go. We
Mhm.
should be correcting that mistake. Because we've been told, oh, stay celibate, stay away from sex until maybe you're in marriage, you're married. That you now is when everybody's trying to say, it is really like
The talking term.
I'll stop there. Because if I
Stop there.
continue,
You're going to another direction.
I'll go in another direction
Okay.
and we'll
Yes.
lose focus.
Okay.
So
Now
let's
ma-
just try to be Christians.
Yeah, yeah.
If the Bible
Yeah.
says this
Yes,
is not
whatever
right,
is wrong,
wait,
Bible
it has
calls
to be
that
done
it
in
is,
this
yeah.
manner. Let's try
Yeah,
and do
true.
it there. It is a control mechanism. It
Yeah,
will
true.
help us get it right.
Our last two questions, I think we'll be coming to, if we can get some music, we'll ask two questions and it will go by. I know we may not be able to exhaust this, but I know we will do that maybe again on Wednesday. But there's a point you said. I think it was the order that you've given us, which was the attraction, association, commitment,
Commitment.
and then loyalty.
Yes.
Let me talk about this aspect of attraction. Dominic says it's outside in. Is outside leading to the inside? What happens when there's inconsistency of what my eyes would want and the values exuded? You get my question?
Mm.
Pastor.
Mm.
Oh, am I going? Pastor
Yeah, you
Dominic.
go
Yeah.
first,
Yeah.
yes. Mm.
What are you attracted to?
I was borrowing from what Dominic said,
Yes.
that there's something about your physical
Appearance.
look. Is that leading to how beautiful a person is in the inside? And what would you do with inconsistencies of what you see and what is exuded?
Yes, it is very simple.
Mm.
We all like looking at beautiful things.
Yeah.
And I like it when somebody said, I don't know whether it's a philosopher, but beauty lies in the eyes of the beholder.
beholder.
So what you find beautiful might not be what I find beautiful. So if you think what you're looking at is beautiful, chances are that is actually what you are attracted to. So then, if you are looking at something and you think it is beautiful, pause before you want to associate. As you pause, what else are you seeing other than the physical attraction?
Mhm.
Pastor was telling us we should not we should not dress like old women. This dress I'm wearing can be worn by anybody. From a 5-year-old girl to a woman who is 100 years. This same design of dress that I'm wearing. Okay. I came in and Pastor Moss was like, "Oh, you're very smart." I'm always smart, but today he was really insisting. This
I
same
just love
design,
the Ankara. It's really beautiful.
This same design that I'm putting on. You can make it for like a small girl. You can make it for somebody my
For
age.
those that are willing, but some are not even willing.
No, if I made the same this collar and like a flare on my small granddaughter, she will just look nice. It is a dress that can be worn, and it will look nice. And if my mother wore it, she will still look good. If a lady who is 100 years old wore this, she will still look good.
Okay.
What am I saying? What we wear only enhances what we have. Okay.
What we are.
What we are.
Wow.
Okay.
Really?
Yeah. somebody liked your shirt.
Mm.
And indeed, it's a nice shirt. I liked it too, though I did not compliment you. I want to confirm that it's a very nice shirt.
Mm.
That shirt, does it say who Moss is?
Perhaps it does.
Yes and no.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. So, because there is a no that comes with what we are physically, then there's need to want to associate with what you got attracted to. Okay? As you associate, what else are you learning? What else is beautiful other than the physical? What else is beautiful about this person other than them being physically attractive? So that is why you need all these stages as you build
So
your
what you're saying,
relationship.
perhaps you could, from the outlook, you could. It's like you have it first from the outlook.
Yes.
Then you begin to pursue what could this be
Yes.
meaning
Mm.
on in the inside.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I remember some time back, I think it was on a Fact podcast episode, you were saying if you can learn to love somebody. I remember you asked me such a question.
Yeah.
You can be attracted to somebody, but when you begin associating, then there are things about them that are not very pleasant. That will discourage you as much as you got attracted to them, as much as you find them beautiful. Something else will come out that might discourage you
Okay.
at the association stage.
Mhm.
You know, somebody looks beautiful, and when you look at her, or you look at him, he looks okay. But now when you begin talking, that's what I was just saying. The words come out, and you wonder, you're on a date, and they're howling insults.
They're inconsistencies.
Yeah, those are the inconsistencies that you're talking about.
Yeah.
So you cannot match their physical appearance and the way their emotions, let's say, the way they manage themselves, the way they talk,
Yeah.
the way they relate with other people. It just makes you wonder, this person looks very good, but really in real, we bring it out and say, in real life, they don't look like they are very good people. So yes, you can be attracted to somebody, and then we have inconsistencies. Those inconsistencies, they are those that can be managed. Those that you can live with.
But you can also spot the things you cannot handle
Yes,
right at
you
the
can
association
at
level.
the
Yes.
association level.
Then
Then
you
you
can
now
stop there.
spot things and say, this now I
Okay,
cannot
okay,
manage.
okay.
Then you stop
Stop there.
before you go to the commitment.
Mm.
Yes.
You stop there.
I think that's what you not said. So we think we'll be able to delve more
Next
deeper
we-
into
we-
this
we will look
in next
at
week.
stages now.
Maybe I did not just mention that, but I said whatever you like as you associate is what will help you, is what will lead to you committing to. What will you commit to if you don't like at the association? You only commit to what you liked.
Yes.
Okay? Yeah, that I like this. This might be challenging, but I think it's something I can work with, and that is now what leads you to the commitment. Yes.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Pastor Dominic?
Yeah. So I was just answering the way she said, because I got attracted to this shirt, all right? Then you go and ask for the price, and you realize you can't commit to it. So it ends there. My discussion with that shirt will end there.
And just to add on it, using the shirt example, you can look at the print and it looks very nice. When you bring
You go
it on,
further.
you go further.
Yeah.
And now when you touch the texture, it feels...
It's not what you really want.
This is the card.
You can't commit your money.
And then
can't
you say,
commit.
well, I tried putting it on, but then it doesn't fit right.
Yeah,
It doesn't feel right
Yeah,
on
yeah.
the skin.
Okay.
Then now you say, now
No,
this
man of
now.
God.
Perfect
Have you-
illustration there.
Have you realized that
Yeah.
there are some people, even if a suit is so nice,
Yeah.
as long as it's below a certain price, they will not buy.
Yeah. True. That's
The value system, the value level for them. If a suit is below 10,000 for them, they feel this is. So that's where the discussion ends. Now, at that level, what we are simply saying is you come up with a list. These are the things I like about this person. These are the things that I don't like about. Wait.
But just a minute.
I don't
just,
like-
Just a minute. Just
Yes.
a minute, Pastor. I think I'm getting an insight over here
Yes.
that I can be attracted,
Yes.
but there are people who are not attracted, but they are going to the next level, right?
Yes.
It's an error not to be attracted, but going. I know that you will laugh at me, but not attracted, but you're going to the level of Association.
I wonder if that one can really happen. You will answer that.
It does.
But let me finish what I was saying. Then Charity will respond because that's direct to her.
Mm.
Now, these are the things I like and I love about the person. These are the things I don't really like about the person. Now, come to the things that you don't really like about the person. Okay? Then, what can you live with in case the person does not change totally? Can I live with them?
Minimums.
Yes.
Or the bare minimums.
So if among these there are things I cannot live with completely, if the person cannot change, you kill it at an attraction, an association stage before you go to commit. That's what it means.
What are you saying? I was going to say no.
I'm just imagining that people who bypass this order so much that you're not attracted, but you're saying, like I think you're involved in one case, you're not attracted,
yes,
but you're saying, I will. In fact, I asked that question before, that whether we can learn how to love people that we are not attracted to. You remember?
Well, if you're not attracted to somebody and you find yourself associating with that person, there is an interest that relationship is serving. It is not the person that you're attracted to. It
something
is
that you have.
something else. Maybe something they have.
yes,
Maybe
The services they provide.
the convenience they give.
Okay.
So it is usually, it cannot be that there's nothing that you find positive in them.
Yeah.
Because before you begin associating,
there must be.
there's something that led you to, maybe you just talk, and just the convenience that I got to talk to this person, and because this other person is now very attracted to you. Remember, you're not attracted to them, but they're attracted to you.
Yes.
So they create a situation that is very convenient for this person who is not attracted. And as long as that situation is in place, you'll continue associating.
Okay.
But over time, if it is emotional attachment that or emotional attraction that this other partner has, it becomes complicated because now partner X is not attracted to them emotionally. So their interests are different. Okay? X has a convenience, maybe it's money.
Okay.
No, you're not attracted to this man, but because he's financially stable and he makes you very
So
comfortable,
the interest is
the
money.
interest is the money. And this other person is not actually just the money. They are emotionally attracted to you, so they want something different. So you see, you people are
Buying
associating
and
on
selling.
wrong foundations. This one is associating because they need the financial help, and this one is associating because they
They
want
need
the
sex.
emotions. So at the end of the day, it is just confusion because you're getting your interest, this one is getting the interest, but at the end of the day, it's just confusion. Usually, good relationships have similar and common interests. Yes. So once your interests are not merging, then conflict is inevitable.
Okay.
Of course, you'll lose interest. One of them might get now their own money and now will not need money from this other person. Or this other person, the other person might get somebody who now emotionally is present for them other than the one that they were giving money to, and that relationship just ends.
I found so many people who have a problem with especially dissociating. You know, when we're going to association, we dissociate. It's like when you're attracted to someone, there's a way you talk to them. I love the way you look. I love the way you talk. So many times, especially the opposite person would imagine that is already a done deal. But now when you begin to associate, you realize that there are things you cannot be able to put up with.
Now,
Which kind of discipline should a person have, or the kind of maturity that you need to have when someone tells you that I love you, but this and this is not adding up, and leave you whole? Because many times people, when I'm leaving you, I don't mean that you're a bad person. How do I help you to know that you're not a bad person? You are good, but only that we are not. Our energy is not the same.
Can I go first?
Yes, Pastor. Yes.
All right. So people make mistakes at the beginning. That's where people make mistakes. Because someone is starting attraction today, Charity, and tomorrow you already have the number of your sister, your brothers. You already gave the number of your father. He's sending to your mother. He's sending your mother some money. So the relationships have gone so deep. before the level of commitment. Now you are associating. Now everybody knows. So the stakes here are too high. The things that you will lose by getting out of these relationships are a
Absolutely.
lot. So now the danger of leaving the person is what makes somebody afraid, and that's what pains you. So the first level of attraction, very relevant people. But when you're still associating, you're still learning, don't be quick into running and introducing and making some commitments with a person that we really will make it so painful for you to leave. Then from the beginning, share with each other. We are learning each other. We are knowing each other. In case it doesn't work, please.
Okay.
From
Okay.
the beginning,
Honorably
you
so.
make it, yes, you make it very clear.
Wow.
That was my
Charity,
I
yes.
think when you start a relationship, have your desires spelled out and be very sincere and honest.
Yes.
What happens in relationships? We like convenience, and therefore the wrong issues come out.
Okay.
You relate for wrong on wrong
Reasons.
ground. None of you is being sincere. So in a short while, the lies fade off, and you're not able to sustain the relationship. What happens when you need to end a relationship? One, be mature, very mature when you get emotionally involved. If your interests are a sound and future commitment, talk about it.
Okay.
What do you want? What do you want us to do? If it is coffee, it is coffee. If it's a text of hi, it is a text of hi. Hello, good morning, it is good morning. When you get to somebody's inbox and says hi, you send a hi. That does not mean you are interested. But of course, that is what I know most young men do. And young girls imagine that when somebody texts you, then it's an indicator that it is an emotional commitment to you. If it is coffee, my dear daughters, it is coffee. If somebody tells you, can we have lunch? Can we do lunch? It is lunch.
Nothing more.
If it is something extra, then let it come out from their
Clearly.
mouth. Say, we have had lunch, I enjoyed your company, but deep down, I am interested in starting something stable with you. Remember, you have said something stable. How does something stable look like? You better know what something stable is.
Okay.
Because it cannot just be a relationship, very casual, and you're imagining it is. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I get
Casual
that.
will include very casual sex. We just meet, and because we are together and you came to my place and now we are having dinner, or you have had lunch and you are idle, you decide to watch a very erotic movie, and at the end of the day, you have sex and you imagine, that is stable. It is not. You'd better sit and say what you want. I am so and so. I know I got into inbox. I've asked you out for lunch, but I want us to have some talk. Sometimes you don't even need to eat the lunch. Meet at 4 and say, we needed to talk. I have something to say. We have known each other for so many days, and this is what I was reading somewhere. And men are very interesting. This one I will say. Men will look at a woman, and the first time they talk to them, they'll talk to that woman and say, this one I'm going to marry. And for you, you go there with your 150 CUE or 500,000, you are there with your tips and everything. And they look at you and say, this one, it is okay. I know what I want from this one. There are those who will keep you as a girlfriend. There are those who will marry you like this. Why? Because they know what they see, and they are seeing you have what they've got.
Okay.
So before you get into any relationship, please sit down and talk about what you want, and if you're able, how you want it done. If your other partner is mature enough, they will listen to you and they will answer.
Okay.
By you two answering each other or talking out that relationship, you will both agree on what you want for each other. And it will be very easy for you to build on what both of you want, because that is your interest.
Wow.
In the event that you have been seeing somebody and you are looking at it like it has to end, please say what is happening, what your dissatisfaction is,
Yes.
and why. You
Beautiful.
will earn a lot of respect, other than
By
just, trying to
Sneaking
imagine
out.
sneaking out and ghosting somebody. You know, here you are, you send somebody a text. You're really interested in this woman. Then after a month or 2 months, you stop texting that person. It is very immature.
Irresponsible.
Yeah, it is very mature, irresponsible, and disrespectful. That you just let somebody hang. I mean, what
End
is so
it
hard with telling
officially.
them, I'm sorry, I am not able to continue because of 1, 2, 3. Kindly forgive me. It is just my inability to continue.
Never say I found a better person.
You cannot say that.
Okay.
I will quote Booker 101 times, and I think I love that quote. He will say, I am incapable of making a good husband based on my past. I have my children scattered all over the world. And when he was asked about how, companionship, you know what he told the young man, the interviewer? You're too young for me. Please, if your mother came here, go and tell your mother to come and ask me that question. I laughed, but it was a very sincere way of analyzing your own life and therefore putting the other people around you in a position to understand you. So if you're to end a relationship, never, and I'm repeating, never go casual on ending a relationship. I only compare it to putting a comma at the end of a sentence instead of a full stop.
People are wondering what is next.
You should go hard.
Yeah, not
Go
hard.
hard. Like just be intentional. Actually, that's what I mean.
Just be sincere and be real. No, hard is
By hard I mean
hard
like just
will
be
cause
as
a lot of
honest.
As
As
honest.
honest. Be as candid as you can.
Yeah.
as you were when you first approached.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's what I mean.
when you just leave, you're putting a comma, meaning you are a confused person hoping that if things don't go right with where I have gone, I can
might
easily
come
now
back.
sneak back.
What a sweet conversation we are having right here.
Thank you.
I'm even struggling to stop this because I know that there are quite a number of questions that are being prompted for me to ask these excellent people. But maybe I should ask them the last question then. Let me say this is the last one.
Okay, sir.
Like now, based on this order, Charity,
Yes.
maybe I'll ask Pastor Dominic. Now, if attraction is stick, on association, I honestly, within a month, is it too early to already know what you really want in a woman? Is it enough to know? Like, what time is enough to know that this woman has exactly what I want?
For me, I will say it can't be quite too short and it can't be quite too long. What determines is being confident and being sure within your heart
Convicted.
is convicted that what I needed to know
I've
about
known.
this person, I have known. All that I needed to know, I have known. But you can't tell me that you are having long distance relationship with someone you have not met and sat down with, is maybe overseas, and you're having a relationship for 6 years, and you tell me now you're ready to marry the person. You have never sat down with a guy, you have never had one-on-one, you have never associated on close.
Okay.
Then you say it's enough for you to get into marriage.
Yeah.
So for me, when it comes to time, when you are convinced and convicted that I've known all I wanted to know about this guy, then you can do it. Then that bit to what Charity has said, please be mature enough and explain to your partner. Don't just break somebody's heart and run away. That's what young people say, breaking somebody's heart and running away. You know why? Because this is not just a paper. This is a commitment someone has put in. They have put in their energy. They have put in even their resources. They have put in even their emotions. Then you just cut it off once. It is very unfair. It is wrong. And because you are going ahead, somebody's hurting. Do you know because of their hurting, it might affect you in your next relationship?
It is.
Because it's not fair to do that. And this happens most of the time with young people. Just wake up today, because of just one thing they didn't like about you, then they just end it like that. It is unfair. Make sure it is clear. And there is also a temptation, Charity.
But can one reason be enough?
Wait.
Okay. Yeah.
One reason can be enough. It depends with which reason.
Okay.
If
Proceed
you
now,
discover this guy is a murderer, is one reason is enough. Because if he murdered the previous girlfriend, you might be the next one on the chopping board. So one can be enough. It depends with which reason.
Okay, proceed.
Yeah, so I was saying, sometimes you are ending a relationship, then the partner convinces you to continue. Please don't.
It happens a lot more.
Please don't. Once you are sure you want to get out, please move out. Stop playing games of in and out. You'll be wasting your time.
But I guess sometimes many people do that so that they take care of the other person's. They think they are trying to take care of the other person's reaction and emotion and well-being. So they keep on saying something, but they're not saying it. That's why I was saying you go hard on what you really want to say.
Yeah,
Yeah.
answer that one. Let me
I
leave
think,
it. To
Pastor, you go real on your own life.
Okay.
Yeah, your own.
Just let's be real. If the relationship is not working, and by the way, it doesn't come as a surprise.
Mm-hmm.
On these matters, relationships, it doesn't come as a surprise. You'll be shocked. Your partner might have been seeing your coldness without talking about it.
Yeah.
So when you talk about it now, they confirm their
What
fears.
their
You
fears.
see? Because when a relationship is not right, especially when you've been emotionally
Attached.
attached to each other, there's usually let's say the Holy Spirit. If you're very sensitive, you will sense that this person of mine, this friend of mine, is no longer the same. And the world will tell you it is what? Your conscience. Your conscience will tell you, how is it? That text, how will, without even somebody talking to you, a text can just feel off.
Mm-hmm.
So by the time
Yeah.
you're continuing running away and blue ticking somebody and graying somebody and imagining you can go for days without talking, this person already knew this relationship does not fit right. So you're only confirming
Okay.
their fear. And I always say sometimes by the time this relationship is ending, your actions taught this other person to unlove you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Your coldness, her frequent or his frequent, texting, wanting your time and all that, you keep on asking, what is the problem? What is the problem? As your partner asks that problem, you know what is happening? She's learning or he's learning how to unlove you. By the time that relationship ends, you confirm that indeed my questions were worth it. My fears have just been confirmed.
Yeah.
And indeed, if this person is telling me they're out and not willing to work on it, because it is very different. By the time you come to tell somebody, I think this is not working, I'm not able to continue, it means you have been trying to correct it.
Yes, and
so
it has not
if
worked.
you insist on holding on, you're only managing your denial and hoping that time will heal, and time never heals. Yeah, time never heals. You have to work on your healing. Yeah. So it is just fair and right that you be real and
Okay.
you tell somebody now,
Awesome.
I wish we well. I also hope something good comes my way. But for
Pas-
now, I'm not able to continue.
Just 1 minute because
Yeah.
I know our time is much
Yes,
spent.
yes.
People should stop threatening their partners of their breaking. My friend, it will end. Stop it. It's emotionally not right and it's immature. When you want to end something, please be sure you want to end it and just end it.
End
You cannot be pre-ending it for the past 2 months, 3 months. No, you're just threatening your partner. If you continue, naweza nikakuacha, this thing can end. No, let's stop that. Those who are in a relationship, it is not good, it's not mature, it's not emotionally correct that you keep swinging the interests of your partner and playing with their
But I'm
heart.
told even people do that in marriage. There are those who say, tutawachana, nitakuacha.
It is wrong,
It's wrong.
completely wrong. You don't say that because it shows
Can I
that
say
you're
you
not.
something, Pastor Mo? Nitakuacha. Hata waienda. Those ones who keep quiet
They're
and they're
those who leave.
dissatisfied. They're those ones who just wake
Wake
up
up one
and
day
leave.
and leave.
The one saying nitakuacha is seeking for attention. Na usiniwache. Nitakuacha usiniwache, and that is being immature.
Immature.
If you want to leave, leave.
Leave.
If you want to stay, stay.
Those who are listening, if you're in a relationship and you're tired, make up your mind. Kanyaga kubwa kubwa. If you don't want to go, stop threatening somebody's daughter or somebody's son.
Unfortunately, they always feel by so doing they are wasting your time.
Okay.
Nitakuacha wewe, so wewe ndio utateseka kwa sababu nitakuwa
Oh my
nimekuacha.
God.
That is somebody who has never been through a breakup. I can tell even the worst breakup where you decide I am leaving this man. When you now stay alone, I have been there. It is so painful that you keep on asking yourself, even for that bad relationship that you had, why didn't it even work?
Yeah.
That is how painful separation can be.
Yeah.
You know very well it is bad and I have left. But you sit back and tell yourself, wouldn't I have done better?
Okay.
that why did I even have to fail?
Yeah.
Yeah? So
It's not a crown you wear around proudly.
No,
yeah?
no. It is not a crown. It is not anything very positive you carry around by kwenda. So you want to kwenda. You think it's joyful. You kwenda.
It's been 2 hours of nothing but what I call a lesson upon another lesson of learning.
Yeah.
Just maybe I pick from the last statement. They've said that stay in your marriage. Many people think that to leave the marriage is a crown you can wear around, or you can take along with that divorce paper. But I would encourage you to keep trying, doing your best to make sure that it works. Where you need to make adjustments, please go ahead and do so. And one of the things that stand out for me today was the 4 steps that were outlined to us by our panelists: the attraction, association, commitment, and loyalty. Please don't begin from loyalty. Are you loyal to me? Should not be the first question. The first question should have been, do you love what you're saying? I think it was a lady who asked that question. She said, one pastor told, one class, counseling class, they asked them, is the man ahead of you kissable?
Yeah.
You'll know whether you can be able to, or you're attracted to the person. So whether you're attracted to the mouth or to the person, I think that's a question for another day. But I've gotten the 4 most important questions. I think I'll make a series out of this, teaching about this. And I know that we were not able to exhaust all the conversation, the questions that were coming in through, and those that were prompted even by the panelists. But I know that we'll be able to pick it up from there next Wednesday again from the Beyond I Do. But just before we wrap it up, I want to give my panelists a minute just to say the last words, and then we'll be able to call it a day. I'll begin with Pastor Dominic.
Thank you. It's always a pleasure to have you around, and we appreciate your response to this podcast. We appreciate your commitment, even leaving comments. Thank you so much. It has been a pleasure being around for the meeting and discussion today. God bless you, and let's meet later.
Thank you. Charity?
Oh, thank you for listening. Always looking forward to being with you. Be blessed.
Amen. So I want to pray that you'll have a restful day. I know that we are mourning once again. Our condolences to the lovers and supporters of His Excellency, the Right Honorable Raila Odinga. Our prayers are with him, with the family, and all the supporters of the ODM party. May the Lord comfort them and give them the grace they require, especially at this point. Our prayers to Mama Ida and the family, that God will give them rest. We'll see you again next week on Wednesday for Beyond I Do. From us, it's goodbye.